Hi, my name is Keith French, and thank you for purchasing our 6-week Link Options Real Estate Training Series. Wendy Patton interviewed Shannon, my wife, and me about our Link Options real estate strategy, and we are about to take you through a thorough overview of our entire niche strategy from beginning to end and share with you many of our hottest tips, best techniques, and some of our own resources. Also, Wendy will be sharing with you many of her tips and techniques as we go through this training. Included with each week's webinar is a printable handout where you can take notes and have a copy of each slide. Therefore, be sure to print out the handouts for each week and get your pen ready to take notes as you go through our training. We are delivering this entire 6-week training to you all at one time so that you can begin implementing what you learn immediately and not have to wait 6 weeks to see how these transactions all come together. Even though we cover a ton of material in this webinar series, there is no way to teach you everything you need to know about this business strategy in a 6-week webinar series. During this webinar, we'll be sharing with you an incredible offer that includes 3 bonuses worth $1,100 that you cannot get anywhere else. Only those who have purchased this 6-week training series are eligible for the bonuses. We have students all over the nation with and without any real estate experience and with and without a real estate license working this business either part-time or full-time. Take Evan in Butler, Pennsylvania, who does this part-time for supplemental income. Or Adam in Portland, Oregon, who gets large checks every month by doing our link option strategy. And then we have Tom, who has no real estate experience and just started and made $2,500 doing his first deal.
Well, welcome everyone. This is Wendy Patton, and I have special guests with me, Keith and Shannon French. They are experts in this concept that we're going to be talking about on this 6-week series of link options and cooperative lease options. But before we get started in week number 1 today, I would like to just mention a few quick things. One is every single week you are going to be receiving notes pages emailed to you with the registration link to get into this webinar. So if you haven't already done so, go ahead and download it. If for some reason each week you've forgotten to do it, there is a link right here on this webinar page that says you can download the notes, so feel free to do that. That is going to be a really great follow along because we have a lot of slides, a lot of information and things to share with you, but this will help you really follow along, and there's a couple fill in the blanks and that type of thing. So make sure that you have that. Also, each week we are recording the series, so if you miss a week or you want to listen to it again, you should be receiving it the day after the webinar. It's my guess. Depends on how quickly my office can get it recorded, rendered, and sent back out to you again. But that's really our goal, is to try to get that back to you within 24 hours of when the session was originally scheduled for. So without further ado, let's get into what we're going to be covering in these 6-week series. Here's our 6-week agenda. Week 1, which is today, we're going to give an introduction, talk about the terminology of lease options and cooperative lease options, link options, what all the terminology is that's out there regarding this particular topic, benefits of doing these, an overview of the strategy. We're going to go through an example of a couple of deals. And we're going to talk about the whole concept of to be licensed as a real estate agent or not, and the pros and cons. Week 2, we're going to be talking about the types of sellers and houses that you should be looking for, because this isn't going to work for every seller and every seller situation, nor should it. And so we're going to share with you where you should find those sellers, marketing for sellers, and then the follow-up emails to really capture those sellers into your pipeline. Week 3, we're going to be talking about negotiating with sellers and handling sellers' objections and questions, and then also getting into that initial property visit. Week number 4, we're going to talk about marketing for buyers, social media and internet marketing. Keith and Shannon are experts in this, and they get so many of their buyers directly from the internet of places like YouTube and Facebook and Google+. And they're going to share with you how they do that and ways that you can do it also to make this business very automated and very simple. We're also going to be talking about how to talk with buyers. Week 5, we're going to be talking about showing the property, what ways you can use to show a property to someone, some of them you being there, some of them you not being there. Qualifying those buyers to make sure they're the right candidate that's going to be able to close on that property for the seller. Getting money into an escrow account to protect that buyer's earnest deposit, or not, it's not really an earnest deposit, but their option fee, so it gets credited properly. Handling rent credits, setting up rent collection, and finalizing the paperwork between the seller and that tenant buyer. Week 6, our final week, we're going to do some more case studies, break down those philosophies and strategies we've talked about for the previous 5 weeks, and share with you exactly how you can do those. We're going to be talking about multiple streams of income because there's a lot of ways to take this business and add not only that option fee that you're going to be receiving for putting together a buyer and a seller in a situation, but also the surrounding types of services that are required or needed and how you can make some money using those and recommending those types of services in this business also. Going into business full-time, when is the right time for you? We're going to talk about that. Pros and cons of outsourcing, and then taking your business to the next level. What can you really do to really embrace these concepts that we're going to be sharing in the next 6 weeks, and to really go out and make a very, very nice sized living like Keith and Shannon French do. So that's a little bit about what we're going to cover.